if my child is injured at birth, does that automatically mean that medical malpractice happened in the state of Maryland? Want to know what I'm getting at? Stay with me as I share with you this very important information. Hello, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm a childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorney practicing law here in the state of Maryland, and I would like to quickly talk with you today about that question. Your child has maybe suffered an injury after birth, or you have suffered an injury while under the care of a doctor or a hospital, and now you are wondering, does this automatically mean that you are the victim of medical malpractice because you have a bad result? Well, let me back up before I quickly give you the answer to that question, but I want to give you some foundation so you can understand how I got to that answer. All right, see, under Maryland law, you have to prove 4 basic elements when we are talking about a childbirth injury case or a medical malpractice case or even a injury case in general, let's say a car crash case or something like that. You still have to prove these 4 basic elements because all of these cases stem from what we call tort law. And under this specific area of the law, you have to show that there was a duty, a breach of that duty, causation, and damages. You have to be able to show those 4 elements. And if you cannot show those elements, then you are going to essentially lose your case or you're not going to be successful. But let's go ahead and let's jump forward and let's look at that or analyze these elements when we're talking about a medical malpractice or a childbirth injury case. So remember, I said you got to have duty, breach, causation, and damages. And there's going to also be another layer of this when we're talking about medical malpractice and childbirth injury. And what I'm talking about is that standard of care issue. You have to be able to also show that your treating doctor fell below the standard of care owed to you at the time. And by falling below this standard, this is what caused your injury or your baby's injury in a birth injury case. And how your attorney or how a law firm that you hire, how they will do this is they will get the opinions of medical experts, because Maryland law requires that you have to have a medical expert to give this opinion as to the standard of care and whether that doctor or hospital, whether they fell below that standard of care causing the injury. So you're going to have these medical experts who are going to review all of the records. They're going to talk with your attorney. They're going to look at everything, and they're going to give an opinion as to what I said, as to whether your treating doctor fell below that standard causing your injury. So I hope that you understand that just because you have a bad result, that does not necessarily mean that the doctor fell below that standard of care. Remember, you've got to be able to show that the doctor fell away from the standard of care. And when I say standard of care, look at it like this. What would a reasonable and prudent doctor do under the same set of circumstances? So why have I taken the time today to talk with you about this very important information? Because I'm trying to give you insight into this process. I'm trying to help you understand and help you to see that just because you have a bad result, that does not necessarily mean that the doctor fell below the standard of care. Sometimes we can just have bad results in medicine, and it has nothing to do with the doctor violating the standard of care owed to you. If you have more questions about what's going on in your life, maybe you've suffered an injury and you would like to talk with me about your options. Maybe you would like me to look at your medical records, or maybe your child has suffered an injury after birth, either a brain injury or injury to their hand or arm or something else like that. And you would like to talk with me further about what options, if any, that you and your child may have. This is what I invite you to do if you have these types of questions. And remember, it costs you absolutely nothing to take this next action. And what is that action? Go ahead and pick up the phone and give me a call. I can be reached at 301-850-4832, or if you prefer, send me an email to medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. I answer Maryland childbirth injury and medical malpractice questions just like yours all the time, and I'll be happy to take some time and listen to your story. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the medical malpractice and childbirth injury attorneys here at Boston Law Group LLC, and we will see you next time. Guys, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.